Hello again from the T.B. Ferguson Museum. This is Roy with you. Another Throwback Thursday where I go back 100 years ago in time to 1926 and I read from the Watonga Republican newspaper. And from that time period, and we see what was happening in and around Blaine County and Watonga, of course, and possibly even world events going on. I gotta get some of the business out of the way, and that's, if you like what we're doing, please click that like button. If you want, follow us if you can, click that follow button. And I want to thank, we're picking up followers, ones and twos, every single week. And I want to thank every single one of you new followers. What you're doing by clicking that follow button is helping the museum out in a lot of ways. One of them is on social media. Social media is the new big thing nowadays. And you're just that simple click follow button, that simple click like button, and leave a comment, share any of the content that you like on your social media, and that just expands the footprint that the museum has on the internet. Be looking in the page here. I'm sorry, I do this every time about this moment. Next week we have, next Tuesday, we have the Living Traditions here at the museum. We got a speaker, and yes, that is on Cinco de Mayo. And we have a speaker talking about Cinco de Mayo and the Hispanic culture, and hopefully some of the Hispanic history here in this area. I just read about the previous throwback about a local resident that was Hispanic. All these cultures have been together the whole time. It's not a mystery. So anyhow, let's go forward. I think that's enough business for one day. Starting where I like to start out is Liberty Theater. This Friday and Saturday we have Tom Taylor and his pals in The Cowboy Musketeer. Despite the title, it's a big smashing drama with the real West. Also a chapter of Play Ball, a big baseball serial written by James McGraw featuring the New York Giants. That's interesting. Also a Harry Langton comedy. And don't forget the pipe organ. Pipe organ's still there. Monday and Tuesday we have Jack Pickford and Mary Bryan in the Brown of Harvard, the greatest picture of college life ever filmed, showing actual scenes of a big, thrilling football game. Yes, a college film. I'm sure there's no blue hair and septum rings in this one. I gotta quit. I'll get fired. Also, Senate comedy. Wednesday and Thursday, Ann Pennington doing the Charleston in The Pretty Ladies. The picture that brings a Broadway Follies to you with a beautiful scene in natural colors. Also, news and Aesop's fables. And don't forget the pipe organ. Okay, I'm gonna got a couple of things on the front page, so I'm gonna skip back a lot of the other stuff that I sometimes do, the consumer items and stuff. I got two the two front. If I go too far, I get just like I did just now. Okay. Went too far. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start with, if you come here and visit the museum, we've got the only known copy of the original first edition of the Watonga Republican hanging on the wall, and it's from 1892. If you look on there, one of the sponsors of the very, very first edition, and a longtime friend of the Fergusons and longtime advertiser and entrepreneur here in Watonga, pioneer of the family, came in of the town, came in 1892, is William H. Munger. Okay, he came with a hardware store and set up. I do believe in the 1931 movie and 1964 movie of Cimarron, I believe that there is a character in there portraying the W.H. Munger. We have his obituary, and it's on the front page. He passed away at 10 p.m. Last Tuesday, and was the very first man to build a business house in Watonga. So let that sink in. This is 1892. He was the first one to build a business. You go up and down Main Street, he was the first one to build a business. And was the last one of the group of pioneers who engaged in business at the opening and carried it until death claimed them. He has been in business constantly at the same location for 34 years. His building was hauled in sections from Kingfisher and built the week of the opening. It's kind of prefab stuff and everything. Think about it. He's got a hardware store. It's over in Kingfisher. They got to get the parts and pieces over here, set it all up, and they were doing it by wagon in that day. Okay, this is 1890s, not 1926. It's 1890s. So this is all by wagon, and they got it all set up. In the week of the opening, on Sunday following the opening in this partially built frame house on West Main, the first religious services ever held in Watonga were conducted by a minister who was here for a short time and whose name we cannot recall. So, when the Fergusons got here, one of the things that Elva Ferguson specifically said, there was like 9 saloons and no churches here. Very first church service, and this is within this 1892 frame right in there. Very first church service, as she's reporting it, was in the Munger's house store, which I'm assuming is the retail portions on the first floor and the families living on the second floor. Really common. We still got that architecture on Main Street right now. So I want you to just think about that. This is the significance of W.H. Munger, and also I think I would like to imagine it's a way of indicating how rapidly things changed back then. Okay, I'm going to run out of, I can't talk about the highway. I will need to go to Blaine County line will be abandoned. The Interstate Commerce Commission has authorized the Rock Island Railroad to abandon the Choctaw, Oklahoma, and Gulf Railroad and a 22-mile line in Blaine County, Oklahoma. Okay, why this is significant, why I'm bringing it to you, is like if you go to Romano State Park right now and you drive down the park road, there's segments of that was this Choctaw line, this original railroad right through there. Is the 1890s, 1926 was when it got discontinued, got abandoned and everything. And the remnants of that railroad still can be seen in Romano State Park if you know where to look, and then outside of the park as well, heading towards Hitchcock. And again, if you know where to look, but outside of the park is private property, so don't go looking. So its terminus was in Homestead, and now the line is going to be abandoned. So I kind of always wondered when it was abandoned. I know it was the 1890s when it got established, I think. I'm going to have to review that and everything. It may have been 1900s and everything, but it's a short-lived line anyway. But you can still see remnants of that out at Romano State Park. So I've ran out of time. And again, take a look at our page. That's where our events are going to be. We got the Big Ladies Tea coming up. We got monthly Living Traditions meetings here. All the details are in the flyers that I post, so just take a look at that. And again, this has been Roy with another Throwback Thursday, and take care of yourselves and be kind to one another. Till next week.